In this video you will learn how to build a debuffer for the upcoming Champions meeting. Before we start into the video, let me firstly tell you how much RNG based it is to get a very good debuffer. Firstly, you want to take every hint you see. So the first RNG moment is to get actually hints, because the hints will give you the debuffs you need. For example, Nice Nature here. She is equipped with a lot of debuffs and on default, but that's not enough, you need more. And that's why the hints are important, because every card I will show you provides a lot of debuffs in their hints. Secondly, if you train with a hint, you need the RNG to get the debuff out of the hint pool. Most of the cards used here have 10 skills in their hints. And then you have to hit 3 or 4 of the debuffs out of the 10 skills. And sometimes hints just give you stats and no skills at all. So you have to hit the correct debuffs on the hints. Then you want to get your wits up to as high as possible, so she can frequently activate those debuffs. And for that, you need a lot of wits friendship trainings. And you know how hard it is to hit an actual friendship training. So yeah, they will come in frequently if you take 3 or 4 wisdom cards, but in the end it's RNG. Then you want to get a lot of skill hints for those debuffs, so they get a big discount. So you need to be lucky to get those skills discounted to, would be best to get it at least to 20% or even 30%, because then you have to use less skill points and you can spend more skill points on other debuffs. And then lastly, you have to win every race in your career, because you want to get the highest skill points from the last URL finals races. And to get there, you firstly have to beat all the other races for the debuff Uma you're training. And some races are really not that simple. For example, for Nice Nature here, I 90% of the time lose in the Ari Makinen because her stats are not good enough. Because I'm only buying debuffs and I'm mostly going for wisdom. But even if I have decent stats on her, it's so hard to win the Ari Makinen with her. I did it once, I got a good debuffer, but not enough debuffs. But now enough talking about RNG. Let's get into the actual build. Firstly, I will tell you which cards you can use. How I chose those cards is I looked up which cards provide the most debuffs and which provide the most hint frequency. There are, of course, some exceptions, but we'll get to that later. We'll start with the only rare card in the stack, and that is Symboli Rudolph. She got 5 debuffs, which is the most of the cards I will show you. And her stats aren't the best, but she's a wits card. She got mood effects and friendship bonus and specialty priority, but no hint frequency up. The only thing why I did take her was because, again, of the 5 debuffs, and you need them. The next few cards are all super rare cards except for one. And one of those super rare cards is Ikuno Dictus. She also got no hint frequency up, and she only gives you 1 debuff when doing a support hint on her. But she got a lot of events that give free debuffs. Why am I saying free? Because one of her events gives you a +3 hint on frenzies, frontrunners or end closers. And that means this one just cost, I think, 95 skill points. And that's not much, to be honest. And the trick here is also not bad. When you get the choice, I would always go for the frenzied frontrunners and not for the frenzies end closers, because there are more frontrunners than end closers in the game right now. And now on to the next card. The next card is Sweet Posho. We all know how good this super rare card is. She's probably the best super rare card out there. But she gives you 3 debuffs. So we need a good support card that gives you some stats, because all of the support cards in this deck are practically useless and don't give you a lot of stats. So this one is pretty good to have. And those 3 debuffs are also very good on her. The next card in this list is Marvelous Sunday. We also know all how good this card is. It's a very good super rare card, and she provides you with 2 debuffs and hint frequency of 30%. So you will get more hints with her. She also gives you very good mood up and friendship bonuses. She's overall a very good card and nice to have in this deck. Next, we have Air Groove super rare card. She also only has 2 debuffs, but she got 40% hint frequency, for which she deserves the spot in this deck. Lastly, we have a super rare card, and that's Rice Shower, the stamina card. We all know how bad this card actually is, and you don't really want to use it, but for this occasion, we use her. She got 4 debuffs and gives us 40% hint frequency, and she's free in the shop. So you can just get her and use her in the deck. So that makes it free to play, friendly, I would say. And yeah, you can use her and get her debuffs. Lastly, I would advise to take one of the Nice Nature cards, either the Event Nice Nature or the normal Nice Nature super rare card. Both do have 3 debuffs, but of course, if you are training Nice Nature, then you can't take them with you. If you train other debuffers, then you can use them. Right now we have, if I'm not mistaken, 3 debuffers in the game you can build. You notice those when they have a golden debuff skill in their skill pool. One of those is Current-chan, the new one. You can use her as a debuffer for short. Then there is Grass Wander. You can also build her as a medium debuffer. And then of course, Nice Nature, or as we all call it, Evil Nature, because she's the worst of them all. Not the worst, but the best of them all. But for the experience of the other players, it's the worst. That's why I try to build her, because she's the best of them. But it's so hard to finish her career. So overall, let's get everything together again. We built a deck out of the cards I told you. We want to get wits up to at least 800 or even above 1000. And we want to get every single hint, so we get a lot of debuffs. And of course, you want to win the career, so you get all the skill points. For the upcoming Champions meeting, I would advise you to build a Nice Nature debuffer. You can of course also build a Grass Wander debuffer, but Nice Nature is again the better choice, but harder to make. Also note for Nice Nature that you run at least 2 races early on after your debut race, because in the middle of the career, it will ask you to get 8,000 fans or 6,000 fans, depends on how often you were winning before. And yeah, you really don't want to have that in the late game. So just run 2 races early on and you're good. Now I wish you all good luck to build this Evil Nice Nature or one of the other debuffers. And I hope this video helped you how to do it. I did one back in the days with a full run attached to it. So if you want to watch that, feel free to do it. Thank you very much for watching and see ya. Bye bye.